You know, pretty much every business out there is sitting on a mountain of raw, messy data. But hidden somewhere inside all that chaos is often a single, powerful insight that could change everything. Today, we're going to follow that exact journey, from messy data to a real, actionable insight.
So that's the big question, right? How does that actually happen? How do you take millions of rows of seemingly random information and turn them into a clear strategy that a business can actually use? Well, that's exactly what we're going to break down, step by step. All right, to make this feel a bit more real, let's ground ourselves in a case study. Let's talk about Atlic Grands. They're a hotel chain, been around for 20 years, but they're facing a pretty serious problem. Their revenue and market share are both dropping. Management is pretty sure the answers are buried somewhere in their booking records, but they need a data analyst to be the detective and dig them out. So what's our tool for this job? Well, it's gotta be the Python library Pandas. Look, if you're working with data in Python, Pandas isn't just some nice-to-have. It's the industry standard. Seriously, think of it as the ultimate Swiss Army knife for cleaning, transforming, and analyzing just about any data you can throw at it. Now, the absolute heart of Pandas is something called a data frame. And hey, don't let that technical name fool you. The easiest way to think about it is just as a superpowered spreadsheet right inside your code. Every row is a record, like one hotel booking, and every column is a feature, like the date, the city, or how much it cost. Simple as that. Okay, so you might be thinking, why do I even need Pandas? Can I just use regular Python? And sure, you could, but just look at the difference here. On the left, with plain Python, you're writing manual loops, checking for empty values yourself. It's long, it's messy, but on the right, with Pandas, you get these clean, powerful, one-liner functions. It's literally the difference between organized chaos and beautiful clarity. Right, but before we can get to any of those cool insights, we have to deal with the messy reality of the data. This is kind of the unglamorous part of the job, the part nobody really sees. In fact, you'll hear data scientists say all the time at this stage, just taming the mess can take up a whopping 80% of their time. This whole cleaning process actually has a name, you know? It's called an ETL pipeline. It sounds fancy, but it's really just 3 simple steps. First, you extract the raw data from wherever it lives, like the hotel's daily booking system. Then you transform it. That's the cleaning part. And finally, you load that nice, clean, structured data into a data warehouse where it's all ready for us to analyze. And a huge part of that transform step is just dealing with missing values. I mean, real-world data is always full of holes. For Atlic Grands, imagine a booking is missing a value in the revenue column. That could totally skew our results. We can't just delete it. So instead, Pandas gives us these amazing tools to intelligently fill those gaps, maybe using the average revenue for that hotel. This way, we keep the integrity of our data intact. Okay, so now that our main data set is clean, we can start making it even more powerful. See, a single file almost never tells the whole story. For our Atlic Grands problem, we're going to merge our booking data with another file that has details about each hotel, things like what city it's in or its star rating. This gives us one big, comprehensive view to work with. And this is the moment we've all been working towards. With our clean, combined data set, we can finally start asking the big questions. We can start hunting for that aha moment, that one key insight that's going to solve the whole business problem. This is where the fun really begins. And the key to doing this? It's all about aggregation. In Pandas, the magic wand for this is the .groupby command. It uses this super powerful split, apply, combine strategy. You just tell it to split the data into groups, like by city. Then you apply a function, like counting the number of bookings. And finally, it combines all those results for you. It lets you boil down thousands of individual records into just a few really meaningful lines. And boom, here it is. This is the payoff for all that hard work. After all that cleaning, all that merging, one simple groupby command gives us this chart. We can see instantly that Mumbai is their best performing city by a long shot, while Hyderabad is really lagging behind. This isn't just a hunch anymore. It's a cold, hard, data-driven fact. Now the business knows exactly where to focus. Okay, so getting the right answer is one thing, but doing it like a pro, that's a whole different ballgame. Let's talk about the toolkit that really separates the great data analysts from the good ones, the habits that make your code fast, easy to read, and totally solid. First on the list, comprehensions. This is what people mean when they talk about writing Pythonic code. The old school for loop on the left, it works, sure, but the list comprehension on the right does the exact same thing in one clean, elegant line. And it's not just about being shorter, it's often faster and way easier for another developer to understand at a glance.
Next up is all about style. Writing code isn't just about talking to a computer, you're also talking to other developers. PEP 8 is basically Python's official style guide. Following its rules, like using snake case for variables, just makes your code look professional and makes it super easy for anyone on your team to read. Trust me, consistency is everything. Pros also know it's crucial to use the right data structure for the job. For example, say you need a list of all the unique cities your hotels are in. Instead of a regular list, you could use a set. It's built specifically for storing unique items, and it's way, way faster when you just need to check if a city is in your collection. Knowing little things like this can make a huge difference in your code's performance.
But maybe the most important rule of all has nothing to do with code. It's this simple idea: context is king. There is no single correct way to handle missing data. Should you fill it with the average, the median, drop the row? The best method always depends on the business problem. The answer isn't buried in a textbook. It's found in conversations with the people who actually understand the business.
So there you have it. We took a total mess of data, wrangled it into shape, and pulled out a crystal clear insight. We've seen how the pros do it and why it matters. The whole journey is really about finding the story that's hiding in the numbers. Which, of course, leaves just one final question. What story is waiting to be discovered in your data?